Share my screen. 1 second. Hello, everybody. Welcome to this session. Today, we are going to talk in this webinar about the future of robotics for women. We are so glad to have here with us the Dr. Muralindran Mariappan. He's an associate professor from the civil society representative for the United Nations. He has been awarded for the most engaged delegate of the United Nations, and he also has the award of merit and the gold medal for the Malaysian Technological Expo. Dr. Muralindran is here with us in Panama this week, and we are very glad to welcome him here to share with us all his knowledge and studies regarding STEM teaching that he has done in Malaysia, and also all his experience teaching and learning with students robotics and intelligent systems implementation. So he is the head of the Robotics and Intelligent Systems Research Laboratory in the Faculty of Engineering. And so his experience in research and development is very extensive. So thank you very much, Doctor, for being with us today. And thank you for being in Panama, sharing with us remotely, but from here to the world.
Thank you very much, Wanda. Thank you for the invitation that is given to me. And today I have a very interesting topic. I'm going to share with you on the future of robotics, but not only that, for women. So this is a very interesting topic even for me. Okay. So, but I have some surprises for you all. So these are the things that I'm going to share with you today. Right? We will talk about the wonder of robotics. Okay. The history, little bit of history, you know, how it started, what happened, and what are the type of robots that exist, so that you all will be inspired and you will know. And then what is the future of robotics? Then we go to a very interesting topic, which is the why women in robotics. You know, what is the reason for this? You know? And I also have some inspiration by young girls in robotics. You know? They just have recorded and sent it to me, so let them share their experiences. Okay, then we will have some references, then we'll have some question answer session. Okay, so I will proceed with my presentation. So let's see, what is the wonder of robotics? You see, these robots, we know it's a very fast evolving field. Okay, and as you all know, that robots are actually reshaping the future in almost everything. Anywhere that you are seeing that you can find an application of robot, like when you're traveling, when you're working and exploring, you know. And then the best part is the robot becomes very, very advanced with the introduction of artificial intelligence. And with the advancement of computing technology and also the Internet of Things, so this has actually quantum leaped the development of robotics. So just for your information, robotics is the way of the future. You cannot stop it. Okay? You can have AI in the computer, but the AI can be applied physically in robots. So if I don't embark on it, if I don't get involved in it, so I will be handicapped in the very, very near future. Okay? So, and then the best part is the younger generations nowadays, they are already into it, no? So we need to really catch up with them. Okay. Now, this is how it started. Okay. In 1495, Leonardo da Vinci, he's a very famous person, right? He is an artist, he invented. He actually created the first robot, the structure of a robot. Of course, the name was not given by him, but he created a structure of a robot. You know, how he uses mechanical things and to connect them and make them move like a human being. Actually, he spent a lot of time dissecting human beings to understand how actually the body works, and so that he can connect it and make it happen. And then the word robot actually was coined in 1937-38. It was like a drama show, on a stage. So they have put up a drama, and the word robot is actually means laborer. Laborer. So what actually happened is that they physically created this robot, look like robot, this called Electra. Of course, in this picture, they missed something. The Electra can smoke, can walk, can talk. But Electra has a partner, which is a dog. They call it the Sparko. The Sparko can bark, and then can wag his tail, So this is also there. So they show it during the drama. And then about the first technological leap in application of robotics started in 1961, where they developed this robot and use it for industrial purpose. That was in 1961 by General Motors. So that was a Unimate is the first industrial robot. Okay. So that was one quantum leap. Another leap of the technology is by Honda. Okay, Honda created the P1. That's the first humanoid robot. It look like human, can walk, can talk, can communicate, can shake hand, can run, can kick ball, can serve you drink. So they developed it, but now I think they stopped the development. But in 1991, it started. Okay, and what actually happened in 2017 is that we have developed a collaborating robot. They call it collaborating robot. That means the robot normally is very dangerous. When you use in the factory, it's very dangerous, where you need to put a fence, so that if the robot hit you, then you can be injured. Okay, so you work outside the fence. But when you have collaborative robot, you can touch the robot. You can work with the robot. The robot will not injure you. So later I will show you some pictures or videos of that. Okay. Now let's look into, because this is a very important aspect. What is the difference between AI and robotics? People talk about robot, people talk about AI, and then people don't know what is the difference between that. So let us see what is the main criteria of both of this. So AI is actually an area of computer science. AI mostly related to development of systems to solve problems on a computer part. But robot is actually a hardware part. Mostly is a hardware part. Okay? And robot is designed to do a task autonomously or automatically or semi-automatic. Okay? Now, robot needs hardware. AI doesn't need hardware. As long as you have a computer, you can do AI. Okay? But robot needs electronics, mechanical, electronics, and other technology. And the computer AI doesn't need all that. AI only needs you to know some mathematics, computer concepts, computer science, and also, of course, now any field that you want to solve, you need that knowledge background. Okay, so AI is developed with programming intelligence. If you are very good in programming, you can do a lot of AI work. But robotics involves the field from sea to space. That means I can create a robot that works underwater, and then I can create a robot that works in space. So I need to really work with the actual world situation. It's not my imagination, or I just can do something on the computer and I assume it works. No. Most of the time, whatever you do in the computer, the modeling, the simulation may not be very accurate. If you put it in a practical way, then sometimes you see there's a difference in behavior, in response. Okay. Now, what are component you need? You need some artificial intelligence, some logics for AI. But robots, you need the hardware. You need a sensor, you need some motor, some actuators to move it. So it's a hardware thing. AI receives signal from computers, maybe from cameras, from data, from signals from outside. But robot takes analog signals. Analog means signals that is not 1 and 0. Okay, like voltages from 0 volts to 5 volts. It is like 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Any signals. That means it is not digital. It is analog. You can get information, analog information. Okay. And application, you can see, right? Robot. Siri is a robot. Your mobile phone, Siri is a robot. Spotify or whatever you can find. No, but real world application robots you can find in hospitals, and what I want to share with you now. So let's look into robots. These are the components of robots. Okay, if you're talking about robots, these are the few things that is very important for us. Robot consists of 3 different components. The first component is what we call the electrical component. Okay, electrical component, you need to have the design of the circuit. You need to simulate the circuit. You need to fabricate the circuit, like what you can see down there. You need to assemble, put the component on it. You need to test it whether it's working or not, and then you integrate it, many circuits together. Why? Because robot needs power supply. You need to give power. You need to give the brain of the robot, which is the processor. And then the robot need to move. You need to give signal and circuit for the motor, circuit for the sensor. And sometimes you have special circuit if you want to use AI. Okay, and then you also need circuit for communication. You need to talk like Bluetooth, infrared, Wi-Fi, like how your phone communicates with the tower. No, it has hardware, no, right? So the circuit inside your phone is something like we need to do that. So the robot can communicate with the outside world. So this is all comes under the electrical, or we call it the electrical and electronics part. Okay? Because it's a small voltage, that's why we don't use the word electrical. Electronics is more suitable word, no? But electrical covers electrical and electronics. Okay? And then the second component for a robot is actually the mechanical part. Mechanical part involves the structural design. You have a robot to do anything, like example, robot for cooking. You want the robot to cook for you, right? You want the robot to wash dishes for you. You want the robot to cut vegetables for you. You want the robot to do anything for you. But you need to come up with the hand, the finger, the arm, right? Now, all this design you need to create. So it's suited for specific application. And then you want the robot to move. So you need to, if your hand need to move or the robot need to move from one place to another place, fly around or swim, dive into the water, go to space, you need navigation mechanism. Okay, you need wheels, tires, rockets, and fans. Okay, you need that. And then also the robot will have some sensor. How it detect? Robot needs some sensor. So you need to fix the sensor. You need to know how to fix the sensor, where to fix the sensor. And then robot also has motors to control the movement or control the mechanism. So you need to know where to put it. So mounting is another design factor. And then all of these things you need to integrate, right? That means you need to communicate, connect all the mechanical things. And then also you need to communicate the mechanical things to the electrical things. So this integration must happen. That is why the word megatronic happens. Megatronic means mechanical electronics. Okay. Okay, and then the next part is, these two is not enough. You have the hardware, you have the electronics, now you need the software. So you need to do programming. You need to code how the robot is going to move, how the robot is need to control the motor, how the robot is going to get the images and how to process the images to make the robot understand, yes, what it's seeing. And if you have any application, safety system, monitoring system, and application system. You need to code it. Okay, and then you need to put sensors. Many sensors are there. And all these sensors must talk to each other and talk to the robot and talk to the electronics. So how are you going to talk to electronics? You need to program it. Okay, a robot need to send signal to the internet, communication between robot and human, robot and the world. So you need to communicate. And then you need to integrate the programming, the hardware, and the electronics. So these three things are the main function, the basic component of robotics. Okay, so it's a very interesting area because with these three things, you can do anything. You can send robots to space. Okay, you can send robots to underwater. Okay, just by having these three main components, and you can design and be very creative from it, no? And then, like, okay, let's see. One of the robots that is very famous nowadays is transport robots. You can see here, no, people use robots. Transportation is not only traveling, but also like in factories. You want to transport things, you know, for in warehouses, driving cars, in shipment. Okay, so it provides more freedom for people to travel. If, like, imagine the car can drive by itself, you don't need to buy a car, right? Like you go to San Francisco, they have a automatic car, no, automatic taxi. You just call the taxi will come, no driver. You just get on a taxi and go to your destination. Okay, driverless car, no. And then also when they do, so people with disabilities, it's easier for them to get into the car and drive. So they don't need to hold the steering and put the gear and press the brake, you know. And then, you know, sometimes people who are traveling, they need transport. They don't need to rent a car and drive around. So much confusing. They just can take this transport. And then also one of the greatest thing that happened during the pandemic is the boom of online purchase. Now, when they start to buy purchase, the whole chain, the whole ecosystem of transportation changes. You know, from ordering to delivery, everything changed. So that is a good thing about and you see, you can create software, but you need to apply. That's where the robot comes in. Okay. The next one is education. Now, what happens with this education? Education. Because when you use robots to educate, you create a new platform to create interest for difficult subjects. You know, people sit in front of the teacher and the teacher just write on the board and you just learn, listen, you get so bored. So now you use robot to teach. So I've worked with many teachers who use robot to teach. We create robots to teach important subjects, science subjects, geography subjects, mathematics subjects, language subjects, religious subjects. You know, and these teachers have obtained PhD in that, creating modules and implementing it to the schools. You know, and what they do is they do game-based learning. And with this, we found out that we have improved the involvement of students in STEM. This is one of the advantage of using robots. And then also when we start to use robots, the creativity, innovation is sparked. And people who are not in the field of robots, they want to use robots to do something. So this is something that is a very, very important aspect. And then another thing that we found out that we have, you know, in the interior part where students are not exposed to robots at all, when we created a minimalist education robots and we bring to the interior and we teach them, and then we can expose the underprivileged or the interior rural people to robots. So this is a very good aspect that robot has brought them in. Now they can see, wow, such a technology. If not, only the people in the urban area gets it. Now we go to the very important part. Industry. From 1960s, industry has started. Now it's booming. You know, those days it takes days to create a car. Now you can create a car in 30 minutes. You know, if Tesla can create a car in 30 minutes, whole car using robots. And you see, like certain specialized car, no? They use robots to create the whole car. No human being will touch it. No? So whatever problem that manufacturers, the construction people are facing, they use robot to solve it. Now they are building houses with robots. They have a big robot to build houses. No? And then the challenge is we are shortage of construction workers. How to build it? They use robots. And we are shortage of people in manufacturing. There's a lot of loss in manufacturing now. So they're using robot to overcome the shortage industry. So it's booming. It will never stop. Okay, the technology is advancing and robot technology is ever ending. Another aspect is healthcare. So robot is actually changing the healthcare in many ways. You know, those days when you do operation, the doctor have to cut this much for appendix. You put 6 stitches. Right? Now you just make a hole. Today you go to hospital, after a few hours, you can go back home, nothing happened to you. Right? Those days you have to be admitted for 2 weeks and then you have to go back home. After another 2 weeks, you come and take away your stitches. Right? Now, no. Minimal invasive operation. And then you have robots like Da Vinci. You know, you can have like an octopus there operating very fine things. And very important thing that even those days very difficult to do, now robots can do, because you can program the robot not to go over and how much to grip, what's the force, everything can be done. You can tell the robot what to do, what not to do. You can create boundaries and limitations. And then also rehabilitation. You can use robots to rehabilitate, no? Because robots, you can teach it how fast to move it, how automatic to move it, and you can talk to the robot. The robot can know how much is your progress. Everything can be done. And robot can lift you and put you somewhere here and there. Robot can tell you, you need to take medicine, and all these things can happen. So healthcare professional. But the thing is that robot is not taking away these healthcare professions. It is actually make it very easier. One of the research we have done is to understand, you know, when robot carries a person, because when nurses carry people, they get back injuries after some time. That is according to our survey, you know, and that's why we have created a patient lifting robot, you know, to help them so that they don't need to carry. Let them be happy, not get injured, and do their work properly. Because once you're injured, stress level will go high, you know. And then exploration. This is a very interesting part when you explore, you know, because exploration is what driving the advances in technology. We are sending robots to moon, to Mars. We're sending robots to underwater. It is getting more and more challenging. So when it's getting more and more challenging in the environment, then the technology of robot is advancing very fast. Okay, so this is something that is very interesting. You know, what we could not do, we cannot send people to Mars. They will die. We can send robots to Mars. Nothing will happen. You can stay there forever, no? As long as you got power, you can send signal to us. Right? We cannot send human being to very deep sea, but you can send robots to very deep sea. Nobody will die. Okay. And another important part now, it's growing now. We call it drones. Okay. Drone is just flying. Now drone is connected with robots. It has some intelligence. Now, two most important part in drone application is military. One of it is military. Military drones, no, you use fly all over to get information and then to help in hazardous areas for natural disasters. And soldiers can communicate with them. No? And you can know where exactly to find. And you don't put the person in very dangerous situation because you use drones. You can use drones in factories. You can use drones to fly and shoot things. You can use drones to send things, especially during COVID. No, in Africa, you know what they do? Very far. If they want to send blood to another place, which is very far, very fast, they just put the blood on the drone and shoot it up. The drone will fly and then drop the blood to the hospital, receiving center, and then the drone will fly back. You see? And it takes very fast because it's flying, you know. So you can save lives, you know. So this is very important. So you can have somebody donating somewhere and somebody is getting blood immediately. Not immediately, but very fast, which you could not do those days. You had to send through maybe vehicles, traffic, and all these things. No? So what else? This is a very interesting part. So we have people, we have robots that could talk to human beings. Okay? Interact with human beings. And that is what we call cobots. Remember in 2017, they made cobots? So I want to share with you a video that will show us what is cobot is all about. Okay.
Hand in hand with humankind, robot colleagues safely and efficiently support the staff in modern factories. The future working world, live at this year's Hanover Messe. Collaborative robots, called cobots, register people's movements and positions and can therefore work safely next to and with their flesh and blood colleagues. The company Festo has developed a 7-axis cobot that is moved exclusively using pneumatic swivel drives.
We have bionic robots that are driven by air, and so they are completely harmless in human working environments because the air-filled arm is very elastic. You can push it away and it comes back again. There are no electromotors or iron in there. They are very light structures.
Despite its lightweight structure, the robot Eva from KUKA can carry up to 14 kilograms, and with its 7 axes is as agile as a human arm. Also, thanks to sensor technology, it avoids collisions with its human colleagues. The company Franca e Mika is presenting a robot that is also attractive to small and medium-sized companies. Its modular design means it is affordable and can be assembled and programmed in simple steps.
Our robot costs 10,000 euros. That's one advantage. Another advantage is that everyone can operate it. You don't need to be a professional. It's easy to use for everybody, and there's no specialist knowledge required. And there's no specialist knowledge required.
Cobots, the helpful and versatile colleagues in the working world 4.0. Companies at the trade fair are also showing which areas these hard-working helpers might yet conquer in the future.
Now let us see how the robot is very agile. No? When you use cobots, see, you can just push it. And then next, we see how sensitive these robots. You know, you have a balloon with a needle in the robot. There's a needle poking, but it doesn't blow up the balloon. See how sensitive the robot is? So this is a very important aspect of robot. And then another type of robot that is very, very advanced that I would really want you all to see is this. It is called Atlas by Boston Dynamics. I think any one of us cannot, most of us, I think, cannot do that, jumping, flipping back. but the robot could do that. So this is one of the greatest wonders of this robot, no? Okay. So now let's get back to the presentation. Okay. So I've shared with you, and now let's come to the real deal now. Why women in robots? What is so special about women that they are very encouraged to be involved a lot in robotics? Okay. The first thing is that, as you all know, artificial intelligence is learning every day. Okay. Do you all aware of that? Whenever you're typing anything, whenever you're educating, you're searching, you're talking to the chatbot, you're talking to Bard, you're talking to Chat GPT, AI is learning. Whatever information you put on the computer, AI is learning. Now, the most important thing we need to know is that whatever it is learning, it becomes an ethics for the AI. So the AI will decide based on what it learns. If it learns a lot of negative things, then it will develop the ethics of negativity. Okay. Then when the AI is implemented into robots, then the robot will have tendency of negativity. So that is why women is actually, they have a natural tendency of happiness, compassionate, and love. You know. Let me give you one example. If you have a couple at home and you have a child, and then the child is crying, what you will do? Both the parents, maybe the father or the mother will go and carry the child, right? What if it is outside? Both are walking and one child is crying, only small child is crying. Okay. The masculine part, they may feel empathy, but they will not go and carry. But the mother will go and carry. They don't care because it's a natural tendency, right? They don't see it's my child or your child or everybody's child. Now, this natural tendency is what we need to educate the AI. Because AI needs to know about this compassion, this love, And then we need to put more feminine quality into this AI and robots. Okay? So that like empathy, kindness, appreciative, creativity, all these things, women have more than men, naturally. Okay? So this is why it is greatly encouraged at the present time. If the robot is just without an AI, then you don't need anybody to do it, no? It just can do it by itself. But because the robot is with AI, and when AI is applied into robotics, these qualities, these feminine qualities is extremely important because it teaches the robot ethics. Okay? So this is why I personally feel, and many of people in the field of robotics, they personally feel that women should be in forefront of robotics and AI. Okay. So I can give you one example, woman-led. In my university, we have Robotics Club. And the club was led by a woman. Now the president was a woman, the vice president was a woman, and they led the club and we became the national champion. You can see, this is a picture of the team, and she is the president and she is the treasurer, and this is a robot they created from scratch. They didn't buy, they designed, they fabricate using 3D printers, they design the circuit, they put the chips, they code themselves, and they make it happen. And the competition is like you have to walk 40 meters. Can you see 40 meters? Mm-hmm. And we have around 60 universities, 20 universities, government universities, all are very good, very advanced, top universities in our country, private and government. Okay. And they made the robot. And we completed 40 meters in 57 seconds. And the second team, took 2 minutes and 15 seconds. Can you see the gap? No? The technology. If a woman can lead a team to win in such an advanced, what could they do in the outside world? No? So let me share with you the robot itself, the video. Okay, the video. Okay. This is supposed to be a video. Mine, I can. Give me 1 minute. I'll get the video and I can show you. Because this is a very interesting thing when you see it. Okay. All right. Okay. Can you all see it? Everybody see it?
Yeah,
Okay.
we can see it.
This is our robot is moving. This is the second or third placing. This is the final round.
Okay, Jappy, very good. Nice, Jappy. Very good. Ini apa? Speed utama?
This is the president of the club. Okay, so that is one of the success stories of how women can be involved in this robotic field. Huh? Next, I want to also share with you 3 short videos. Okay, these videos are actually recorded by the students. Okay, and how actually they got involved in robotics in their university studies and what made the difference in them, So I will share with you these videos now. Maybe it's coming from the PowerPoint itself. Okay. Then it will be easier. Okay. Oh, I cannot play it from here. Okay. Now she is our club president, the girl that you saw with the robot. Okay. So now I'll play her video.
Hi everyone, my name is Elvira and I'm excited to...
We don't see it, we hear it.
Yeah, okay. Let me okay. I put all the 3 videos together and then I can show it one shot to all of you. Okay. There are 3 students there. Okay. Now I will share the video. Thank you for your patience. All right. Okay. All right. Hold on. Let me stop. Okay.
We don't hear the sound. Can you check?
Okay. Hold on. Okay.
Hi everyone, my name is Elvira and
Can you hear?
I'm excited to
Yes.
share a bit about my journey in the robotics field. When I first delved into robotics, it was driven by curiosity and a desire to explore beyond my academic syllabus. I wanted to be a part of something innovative and more hands-on, and that's when I stumbled upon my university's robotics club. Joining the club, it soon stood out to me that it's not just about building and assembling robots, it's more of an immersive experience where I am a part of a community that shares the same enthusiasm for technology and the desire to continuously improve ourselves. And of course, as a female in robotics as well as my engineering program, the number of females is commonly a lot lesser, and it does intimidate me sometimes. But at the same time, I also see females handling the mechanics of a robot, designing and fabricating parts of the robots, handling the electronics part of the robot, programming an entire robot to its full functionality, taking up leadership roles, guiding teams to a common goal. Well, yes, the number of these females are generally lesser, but that was not going to stop me from venturing into robotics and learning whatever that I wanted to. Fast forward to today, I am in my final year of my bachelor's degree and holding the position of president in the university's robotics club. I've held other leadership roles throughout my journey as a student, but this is by far the most challenging yet profoundly meaningful and the most rewarding one. To be able to guide the team, to encourage my peers and members to explore ideas and potentials within themselves, and creating an environment of continuous learning and improvements. I take the honorable experience as the president as a chance to showcase that women are capable in excelling in STEM fields. I'm proud to be another representation of women in leadership within the STEM landscape. It's an ongoing journey, but each challenge proves to me that I am more capable than I think of myself and reaffirms my belief that women are just as capable in robotics and STEM as a whole. Thank you for giving me a chance to share a part of my story, and I look forward to breaking more barriers and meeting more women in this exciting world of robotics. Thank you.
Greetings to all the aspiring leaders in the realm of robotics. I'm Santhia, a recent graduate in mechanical engineering from Universiti Malaysia, Sabah. It's an absolute honor for me to share with you my journey into the world of robotics and what it means for women in this field. Robotics to me is not just about machines, it's about the boundless opportunities, innovation, and empowerment. As a mechanical engineering enthusiast, my fascination with the intricacies of machinery and the insatiable curiosity about the cosmos and space exploration led me to the doorsteps of robotics. I encountered robotics for the first time, and it was like discovering a door to a world of endless possibilities. The ability to create, to innovate, and to bring ideas to life with robotics was nothing short of magical. It wasn't just about building robots. It was about crafting a future where technology meets creativity, solving real-world challenges, and making a tangible impact. Think of a moment when you witnessed something created from scratch, something that you have envisioned coming to life. And that was exactly my inspiration in robotics. It's the thrill of seeing an idea take the shape, the joy of overcoming challenges, and the sheer wonder of what's possible that keeps me relentlessly passionate about this field. Joining the Robotics Club wasn't just an opportunity, I would say. It was a gateway to venture deeper into the aerospace sector, where my passion for mechanical engineering and my dream of space exploration converged. The club provided the platform to hone my technical skills, crucial for design and operation through various competitions. It wasn't solely driven by learning technical skills. It was also about being part of a vibrant community of like-minded individuals, which fostered growth, teamwork, and resilience. Being part of this club meant stepping into a world where challenges were embraced, failures were learning opportunities, and successes were celebrated as collective achievements. It wasn't just about robotics, it was about developing a mindset that believes in the power of innovation and collaboration. My involvement and passion led me to serve as a vice president of our robotic club. As a vice president, I embraced the responsibility of not just guiding projects, but shaping an environment which empowered everyone, particularly women within the club. It was about creating a space where ideas flourished, voices were heard, and leadership wasn't bound by any gender. Being a woman in this role meant not just leading, but also inspiring other women to step into leadership roles fearlessly. So I took on the responsibility of mentoring and empowering fellow female members, encouraging them to take charge, voice their ideas, and contribute meaningfully to our projects. So in this role, we aimed not just to participate, but to commit ourselves to excellence. I had this incredible opportunity to lead our talented team to a national level competition in Malaysia called Robocon 2022, where we pushed beyond our boundaries, worked tirelessly as a team. We made our mark as the top 8 team of the event. But beyond this achievement, it was about fostering an environment where everyone, especially women, felt empowered and supported in their pursuit within the field of robotics. So as we gaze into the future, I envision a field of a world where the achievement of women in robotics aren't exceptional occurrences, but the norm. It's crucial that we encourage and provide equal opportunities to women to explore and lead in this ever-evolving field. Together, we can shape a future where gender doesn't limit potential, where diversity fuels innovation. So let's continue to empower, inspire, and pave the way for a future where women in robotics stand tall as pioneers and leaders. Together, let's engineer a world of endless possibilities. Thank you so much.
Hello everyone, so I am Adibah. I was asked to record a video about my inspiration and motivation being in robotic field. I started my journey in robotic field during my university years when I decided to join a robotics club in my first year, and I can say that that is one of my best decisions I have ever made. When I decided to join Robotics Club, it's nothing special. I just decided to join the club because I found that in this club I can practice my technical skill, and on top of that I can also prove the theory that I learned inside the classroom is correct or not. And then it's come to me through the journey of the robotics club. In the robotics club, it's very interesting. I fall in love in the robotics field, and because I see lots of technology, the technology that I never believed can be there. When we're building a robot, it means that we try to imitate something, we try to solve something, we try to make this machine do something for us. And by doing this, I feel and I found that woman is very important in this field because we think to detail. Being a woman in this field, I see lots of room for improvement. Being a woman in the club, I see lots of idea can be improved if woman was there, if the woman is there, because I found that the way we think in solving a problem is very interesting. The main thing of solving a problem, just solve the problem. If another problem arises, never mind, they will solve it later. But then for us, when we solve a problem, we try to solve without having or want that another problem to arise. And when we say that without another problem to arise, this is where we need to put every thought, every single details in the design when we are designing. So this is the reason why I started to recruit lots of women to the club. So during my time, my last year in Robotics Club at Universiti Malaysia Sabah, I can say that the ratio of women and men in the club is 1:1. So there are 50% of women, there are also 50% of men. Maybe it's like different in terms of in the department, but then the number is there. And I also believe that if men can success in this field, women also can success in this field, because we are not competing with each other, we are completing each other. That's what I believe. Lastly, I hope everyone can have a good day in this talk. Thank you.
Hi everyone, my name is Elvira and I'm excited to share a bit about my journey in the robotics field. When I first delved into robotics,
We cannot hear you, doctor. Can you check your...
Okay, the one who shared was Elvira Yi, yeah? She's a Chinese student and she's a Malaysian. And she's the president that you saw. This is Santhia, okay? And this is Adibah. So we have three different, we can call it races, huh? Three different culture of girls in three different fields work together, no? And so these are some references that I would like everybody to see. There are a website for women in robotics, and then there's a National Center for Women and Information Technology, and there's also a website in Germany, no? Women in AI and Robotics. So these are very important places if people are interested to go and see more. So question answer session. But before the question answer session, I would like to share with you something. You know, people always ask me, can robots take over human beings? You know, robots are always created to solve the three main problems: dirty, dull, and dangerous. Any dirty job, robot should do. Any dull job, boring, robot will do. Any dangerous job, robot will do. See, when robots are doing this work, robot is actually very fast, very efficient, very accurate. And they can do repetitive tasks. But it is human who is going to handle the robot. We have to monitor, we have to maintain, we have to code it, we have to repair it. See, this is the job of a human. So you cannot take away humans from this robotic field. You know, and another main reason why you cannot replace humans, robots with humans, is because robots don't have feelings. Or you can say AI. AI doesn't have feelings. AI doesn't have instinct. And AI doesn't have moral judgment like we have. It learns, but the judgment cannot be like us, you know. Okay. So these are the things that I feel that exposed. So now I will open to Q&A from anyone.
Yes, thank you, doctor. Yeah, I'm very happy to hear all the experiences from these young girls. It's very, very inspirational. I want also to take a moment to introduce here with us before the questions that we are just finishing at this moment, your lecture. I want to introduce Heidi Gracier from Women in Tech Panama. She is the director of events, and she will be coordinating the events we will do next year. And I am sure a lot of you will attend. Some of them will be remotely, and some of them also will be in presence. So thank you very much, Heidi, for doing all this work for Women in Tech Panama. Sí, quería presentarles, que se me pasó al inicio, como estaba nerviosa, no les presenté a Heidi Gracier, que es la directora de eventos de Women in Tech Panamá. Con Heidi vamos a estar haciendo eventos durante todo el año. Algunos de ellos son presenciales, otros remotos, y entonces para que estén, pues, les vamos a estar comunicando.
Stay tuned.
Ajá, tienen que estar pendientes de eso. So we have a couple of questions. We are just, ending this session, but it's important to share with you the questions. Let me see how to get them. I don't know if let's see. Yeah.
Yes, I saw your question. What is the best age to start to teach robotics? Wow.
Yes.
You see, in my opinion, in the current world, the newer generation, they are exposed to technology from birth, right? Babies are holding handphones, no? and they're exposed to technology. The only drawback is that the usage of mobile phone is very harmful in their younger age because the social interaction is reduced. The older generations, we grew up with social interactions. The younger generation, they interact more with computers, they interact friends with computers, they don't have a physical interaction. So that is why we have worked out to develop a robotic kit to teach in preschool, where, you know, they use blocks, blocks to do coding for kindergarten kids.
Oh, wow.
We have developed that. So kids can play with each other. They can put the blocks and press the button and the robot will move, will speak, will turn, will do all the things they want to do because they can learn. And then this one is not individual. You can do it in a game with a controlled environment with the teacher. So basically, if you have the correct tool to teach kids, you can start in kindergarten. That means above 4, you can expose them to robots. But the tool must be proper. It's not that you give them mobile phone. That is not the proper tool to teach robotics.
Okay, thank you. Thank you very much for sharing with us that it's possible to teach coding since a very young age. And I'm sure there are applications to do that. Sí, la pregunta de empezar con los niños, no con teléfonos celulares, porque obviamente afecta su interacción, pero sí utilizar tecnología que los pueda ayudar como construir bloques, entre los cuales los bloques serían como de código. Bueno, we have other questions here in the list. Let me see. From Karim, how do you think robots will evolve with the introduction of AI?
Okay, very good question. Those days, robots were just following your instructions. You tell them, they do. You code them, they do. They are fully under your control. But with AI, robots are learning. And they are learning by themselves. You no need to teach them. Whatever you are putting on the internet, they're learning. So that means robots can actually become smarter and become more intelligent than human beings. And when robot has that intelligence, it can do many, many things. Okay. So it's a very exponential technological leap. Double what we human beings think. Because now you have already given the intelligence to the robot. Those days, we control the intelligence. You know, we control what human beings can do or what machine can do. But now the intelligence you already given to the robot. So what are the things we can do? We can only teach them proper things. That means whatever we are doing now, they are going to learn. It's like you're teaching a baby. You can teach the bad thing, but you can teach a good thing. So what we're going to teach now is very important. So it is going to go very fast, faster than we have ever imagined. And whatever we do now will create a very big impact in the robots to come. Okay.
Thank you for that. We have another question from Karim that is, what would you advise to anyone interested in studying a career in robotics? What is the recommended path to follow? We will have to share all your links. That would be important to share with all of the attendees and the people. But also, what would be your advice then?
Okay, you can start very early from the school age. If you want to be really involved in robots, the 3 things that I told you, electronics, programming, and hardware, the mechanical. Now, these 3 things you have to create or learn from now. And it's very easy to learn. Now we have a lot of tools like Arduino. Arduino is an electronic tools which comes with components of sensors, and then you can program it, you can learn online, you can do simulation. You don't need to buy. You can go online and learn it, and then you can do it, and you can buy it and test it if it works. And you can develop, you can start using sensors, you can start using other things, communication, and connect your phone. So when you have the understanding of electronics and mechanical things, and programming, you know how it works, then it's easier for you to embark in any field of robots. So when you go and study, if your university offers mechatronic, that will be a good field to start robotics. Or you can study electrical systems, or you can study mechanical, you can study any field, but the application will be in robotics. Okay. Now, because a person who is involved in robotics, they have to work with all fields. Like I have worked with marine person who's specialist in jellyfish. I work with doctors. I worked with teachers. I would work with psychologists. Okay. I worked with geographic person. Okay. So many economic people. So I work with many people because we work in all areas. We need to know. We know robots, but application is outside our area. So that is why you have to know the basics, and then you also have to get to have an interest to relate with everybody else. No? Then you can develop the skills of robots. You can start anytime. As long as you know how to use computer, you can start.
Okay, thank you. I will translate a little bit. Sobre la pregunta por dónde empezar, la recomendación es empezar a estudiar el lenguaje de programación Arduino, que se puede hacer en línea, buscar algún curso, empezar solo, después que se tenga una computadora se puede empezar, y también empezar a entender los conceptos básicos de la parte de electrónica y la parte de los elementos de componentes de hardware. Entonces, al tener la unión entre el entendimiento de eléctrico, el de los componentes de hardware y el lenguaje de programación Arduino, se puede hacer cualquier tipo de proyecto e implementarlo. El doctor recomienda empezar lo antes posible para empezar a hacer ese cambio a nivel mental desde educaciones tempranas. Okay.
So this is something that I want to show you. This is one of work of my postgraduate students. This is the tangible instruction set for educational robotic system. You can see here, these are blocks. These blocks will have like a light. When you put this block, the yellow color light will earn. And then when you put this block, it will move front, and then it will rotate and make sound. You can do a lot of things. This can be done by kindergarten kids, age 4 to 6, or primary school kids. And this is for like more advanced kids. They can use this, and you can have colors. And then when you press this button, this robot will do whatever you ask it to do. So this is something that can teach younger generations how to code, because coding is very structured. Which one comes first, which one comes second, which one comes third. So you can teach people, kids, how to code. This is one of the things that we have developed that we can use for smaller children to learn.
Thank you. Thank you for that, for explaining that. And the last question, according to what you presented, what do you think are the principal risks of robotics for the population? And how can we, deal with those risks?
Okay, there is no physical risk of robots in the population. The only risk is that there are two risks. One is, if you call it a risk, it's like when people are not into technology, they are very lazy to keep up with the technology, exposure with the technology, use the technology. Then when the robots are doing their work, they feel that the robot is taking away their job. Actually, robot is not taking away their job. Robot is making the work easier, but you have to upgrade yourself. That means, like, if robot is planting trees, I need to upgrade myself from planting trees to manage the planting of the trees, manage the programming, manage the repairing, manage the coordination, and what the robot going to do. So I need to upgrade myself to that level of technology, awareness, and understanding. See, it's not that robot is going to take, but robot is definitely going to take away mundane job. Like, driving cars and doing all the things that people are very easy to do, direct things to do, and that robot can take away. So if you are not aware and prepared for that, then you can feel it's a threat. Another thing is that because AI is coming into the technology, whatever you teach the internet, whatever you say, whatever you transcribe, whatever you ask the chatbot, the BART, the chat GPT, all this information is going into AI, and robot is learning. Because when this AI is used in robots, the robot's ethics is developed. So the danger is if we put a lot of wrong things in the internet, we expose the AI to a lot of wrong and things, because the media is always showing negative things. Media is showing how bad people are. So the internet, the AI will learn how bad people are. And the AI will create a tendency. You don't like human beings because human beings are very bad. They create people, they kill people, they do bad things.
That's the danger and the challenge.
Yeah. And the AI's ethics say that, oh, human beings are bad. We must get rid of human beings. We don't want that to happen. So we need to teach a lot of good things. We need to add the media to teach good things. Whenever we are communicating with ChatGPT, but we have to teach good things. No, and all these things must happen with us now. It starts now because AI is already learning from now. So that's a bad thing, a danger thing if we don't pay attention.
Okay.
Okay.
Thank you. I will translate. La pregunta de Ángela, el doctor considera de que no hay riesgos o desafíos más que la tarea que el robot va a hacer, que va a ser la tarea como automática. Ya esa tarea no la vamos a hacer. Nos puso el ejemplo, si por ejemplo algo que un auto, manejar un auto o sembrar algún vegetal, esa parte mecánica repetitiva ya no la va a hacer y tenemos entonces que educarnos nosotros para hacer el manejo de eso, para administrarlo, para programar, o sea, debemos elevar el nivel para no sentirnos desplazados. Y lo otro que levanta la atención es a que enseñemos buenas cosas a los robots, porque los robots están aprendiendo de todo lo que hacemos con inteligencia artificial, todo lo que escribimos con ChatGPT, y el problema es que todo lo que hay en los medios en este momento es información negativa de lo malo del ser humano. Entonces es peligroso porque el robot está viendo que el ser humano es malo, que mata y es vengativo. Entonces tenemos que llenar también las redes de todo lo positivo que hacemos los humanos y que realmente para poder aprovechar esta tecnología. Así que bueno, llegamos al final, estamos un poquito pasaditos de tiempo, ha sido un almuerzo muy agradable. This has been a learning lunch, Doctor. We thank you for that because it's, the lunch time for us. And we want to thank you for being with us. Hopefully, I don't know if you will have to return to Panama in the future. In that case, we may do something, with a little more time and in presentially to be together with you and learn from you. So we want to thank you because this has been a wonderful start of Women in Tech Panama events with a remote activity. And we also want to thank the University Santa Maria la Antigua, the USMA, that bring you here and gave us your contact. And we will remain in contact with you in the future. And we want to continue learning from you. So thank you.
Okay, thank you. And you did very wonderful translation. I'm very happy to share whatever I have. Yes, whatever I have, that knowledge is, I'm very happy to share. And I most probably I'll be back to Panama and we can do a lot of things.
Oh, that would be awesome. Bueno, entonces, muchas gracias, muchísimas gracias a todos los que se han unido hoy por este Learning Lunch y gracias y estaremos en contacto. Ya saben que es Heidi, para todos los que quieran coordinar eventos con nosotros, pues lo coordinamos a través de Women in Tech Panamá. Así que queremos tomar una foto, no sé si quieren los que están aquí poner su cámara, if they want to put the camera on, don't be shy. Pongan su cámara para tomarnos una foto con el doctor de recuerdo de esta charla. Nos quedan...
Muchas gracias, everybody.
Si tenemos algunos más. que quieran encender su cámara un momento. Gracias. Bueno, tomamos un par de fotitos y se las mandamos. Okay. Goodbye, doctor. Thank you, everybody. Gracias, Susana.
Bye, thank
Se han
you.
unido. Hasta muy pronto.
Bye.
Bye, bye.